Welcome to lesson 20, addition and subtraction equations with fractions. Okay, here's our objectives, our vocabulary, our rules and notes. Okay, x plus 1/2 equals 3/4. So I'm going to rewrite the whole equation so it looks like a fraction. So if I subtract 1/2 from both sides, now I get x equals 3/4 minus 1/2. Okay, so we'll figure this out on the next slide. So I have x equals 3/4 minus 1/2. And we know with fractions, they have to have the same bottom. So I had to multiply this one by 2/2 to make the bottom the same, because equations are like fractions. Whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom to make it an equivalent fraction. So 3 minus 2 is 1/4. So x equals 1/4. Now if I do 1/4 plus 1/2, I will get 3/4. Okay, there you go. That's our first example. Okay, this is supposed to be 7 1/4 equals x minus 13 3/8. Okay, so what you're going to do is convert these to improper fractions. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 1 is 29/4, plus x minus 13 times 8. 8 times 4 is 24. 8 plus 2 is 100, so that's 103. $104. $104 plus 3 is 107/8. Okay, so now let's look at what's being done to our variable. Subtraction, we're going to add 107/8 to both sides. It cancels out there. Plus 107/8. Okay, so now 29/4 plus 107/8. Well, if I multiply by 2/2 again, I get 58/8. And now I can add that to 107/8, because same bottoms will add. 8 plus 7 is 15. 5 plus 1 is 6. 165/8. You cannot leave your answer as an improper fraction, so now I'm going to divide 8 into 165. It goes twice. 2 times 8 is 16. I get 5 left over. So now x equals a whole 20. That should be 20 people. What am I doing? Yeah. That's the only way you get this 5 to drop down, is to put a 0 there. Is 20, and the remainder and the divisor goes down the bottom. So if we need a refresher, please go back and watch my adding improper fractions or adding mixed numbers. I don't have a video for improper fractions. I have a video for adding fractions and adding mixed numbers from numbers and operations. So let's look at our next example. Okay, so those were our examples. We had 2 examples on this lesson. See me at the end of the video for the recap. Okay, so we have 4 problems. So y minus 5 over 8 equals 1/4. So whenever you have a plus and a minus next to each other, go ahead and change it to a negative. So we're going to add 5/8 to both sides. We're going to add 5/8 to both sides. And I'll do the math over here so that y equals 1/4 plus 5/8. You multiply by 2 over 2 to make the bottoms the same. Plus 5 over 8 equals 7 over 8. Y equals 7 over 8. So 7 over 8 minus 5 over 8 equals 2 over 8. If you reduce that down, that gives you 1/4. Okay, this is supposed to be 4 3/10. So n plus 4 3/10 equals 17 2/5. Okay, so I wish I knew how to, there's probably a way to make Google do equations, so I don't have to rewrite all of this. So I am going to change everything into improper fractions. 4 times 10 is 40, so we got 43 over 10. 17 times 5 is 85, plus 2 is 87 over 5. And then subtract 43 over 10, subtracting 43 over 10, n equals, okay, 87 over 5 minus 43 over 10. We got to multiply by 2 over 2 to make the bottoms the same. 7 plus 7 is 14. 8 and 8 is 16. Add the 1, 17 over 10 minus 43 over 10 gives us 1, 3, 1 over 10. 10 goes in 130. 13 times and 1/10 left over. Let's do the whole math. 1. Okay, there you go. Problem 3. 1/2 equals m minus 3/5. You got to add 3/5 to both sides. You got to add 3/5 to both sides. And m will equal whatever. 1/2, 3 over 5. 10 is the closest lowest common multiple. 3 times 2 is 6 times 5 over 5 equals 5 over 10. And we're adding, so this becomes 11 over 10, which equals 1 1/10. 1 1/10. Okay, there you go. 1/2 equals n minus 3 over 8. We're going to add 3/8 to both sides. We're going to add 3/8 to both sides. So 1/2 plus 3/8. I need to multiply by 4 over 4. That gives me 4/8 plus 3/8 equals 7/8. And so n equals 7 over 8. Okay, that was our final problem. Thank you for watching. Tune in for more videos in this series. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you very much.